Hello there, and welcome to Andre's YouTube vlog for April 16th, 2012. Well, as I was recently made aware of today, April is National Autism Month. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this in any of my previous YouTube vlogs, but a member of my family, whose identity I shall protect because of tact, is autistic. More appropriately, he has Asperger's. And it seems like, if I were to look at this statistically, about 1 out of every 5 people I know, especially children, have autism. Now, some have linked autism to vaccinations and environment, or to stress of the parent. A number of things have been brought up. But this year, National Autism Awareness Month has actually brought up another idea that's come to mind recently. Over the past couple of weeks on Facebook, I have had a number of friends who have added me, and they have looked at my vlogs here on YouTube. Many of them have been impressed, but one of them looked at it and said, "Well, you ramble an awful lot, and you appear to be mentally challenged." Now, as you know, I'm not one to ramble on about my private matters on the internet, especially here on YouTube where everybody can see it. And I want everybody to see this. But I wanted to make it abundantly clear on this vlog to set the record straight about my relationship to autism. I do not have it. I do not have any mental retardation. I do not have Down syndrome, or there's another name for it. I can't recall what it is. But I don't have any of these things. If you want to know about my mental and emotional state, ask me personally. I suggest you get to know me. I know I sound a bit like I'm justifying living there. And that is my thought, in fact, on National Autism Month. Now we get right down to the point so I don't ramble anymore. I think it's all too easy in this day and age, with so much media and so many people wanting quick answers, quick ideas, quick things, everything has to be very quick, to put an easy label on somebody's mental health, especially school children. And I realize that even to this day, there are 2 psychological and emotional pathologies that are overdiagnosed to the nth degree. And those are autism and attention deficit disorder. It seems like 1 out of every 3 school children are suddenly getting diagnosed with them. And the human mind is a very broad-based thing. We haven't begun to chart it yet. So my idea would be for child psychologists, developmental behaviorists, and anybody involved in childhood development of any sort to take time, do their research, and not to overdiagnose 1 or 2 particular disorders on a large group of children without taking time to look at the data, because each child and each human being is an individual. And we need to remember that. And my message to people who do have autism, and there's a very clear diagnosis of that, or any other sort of emotional disorder, I'm still noticing in the year 2012 there's a lot of disrespect, online, offline, toward people who have that, toward people who are homosexual, toward people who have developmental problems. There's a great deal of bullying out there. Celebrities such as Lady Gaga, of course, have made it quite, public, but you take this all together, children in the hundreds of thousands being overdiagnosed with only 2 types of disorders primarily, people who don't have autism being thought of to have it, people who have autism being treated badly because of it. It makes you wonder, what on earth is wrong with some of us? I mean, a lot of people go to church. They're told to do unto others as they would do unto you. Their parents teach them to be productive citizens of society, to be kind to each other. So why on earth aren't more people being kind, considering the options before they judge or make a judgment where it isn't warranted? And I think during this National Autism Awareness Month, especially considering it's an election year, and a high-stake one in terms of how it affects people's consciousness, I have this to say. I think in the future it won't be so important to just, make the economy better or to make healthcare better. Those seem to be the only issues people are talking about. I think we have to really start making a better effort to change our consciousness. Not others around us. If we do, they'll follow. And not through drugs, as Stevie Wonder says, not through white, red, or yellow pills, We need to take an excursion on our own mind, on our own level, and broaden our perceptions of things. Not look at the world and think of things as, well, they're very ADD, or they're very autistic. I hear that said a lot. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of people drive each other crazy because they're accusing people of having mental illnesses when they're just very anxiety-prone. In the words of the anti-nuclear activist Dr. Helen Caldicott, we have to lift our souls, not our face. Adding a little wit to that, but really it's very serious. The only message I have really when it all comes down to it, people, is think. Have a mind, use it. And consider others. And consider how you treat others. Take care of yourselves out there. Take care of each other. Talk to you next time.